Hello everyone and welcome back, I'm the R6 Lore Guy, and although we have only just entered Year 9 Season 2 of Rainbow Six Siege, Ubisoft are seemingly already teasing us with the Year 9 Season 3 Greek Operator. Now I just want to say before we continue, if you want to know everything which has happened in the lore up to this point, I just posted my updated 2024 entire lore video, and that is going to get you up to date on everything. So make sure you check out that video if you haven't already, and let's continue with this one. Yes, so according to the Year 9 roadmap, we know that Year 9 Season 3 is going to be bringing us an operator from Greece. Now, a Greek operative in Siege is a long time coming. Greece has been a really big part of Rainbow Six lore for many years now. When Harry created the program, one of the main facilities they used was an ex-Commonwealth Stadium in Greece itself, and this is where the internal operator tournaments happened. As well as this, when Harry broke the news to Ash that he was contracting Nighthaven to work alongside Rainbow, he also told her this news in Greece. Not only that, the main antagonist we have been focusing on for the past few years now, Deimos, has a Greek codename. In Greek mythology, Deimos is the personification of fear, and he is the son of Ares and Aphrodite and the brother of Phobos. And as well as this, the Keres Legion, the group in which Deimos works for, also get their name from Greek mythology. And in Greek mythology, the Keres were female death spirits and were goddesses who personified violent death, and they were drawn to bloody deaths on battlefields. They themselves did not have the power to kill, rather they would wait until they died to feast on the dead. So the symbolism and the references to Greek mythology have been present for many years now and are very relevant with the current situation with the Keres and Deimos. So if anything, this year feels like the most important to have a Greek operative in the lore. And something quite interesting is it seems like Ubisoft are already hinting at who this Greek operative is going to be, and that is none other than ex-Rainbow operative Kure Galanos. Now, why do I think that the Year 9 Season 3 operator is going to be Kure? Well, all the way back in 2017 in Operation Velvet Shell, Ubisoft done a rework to Glaz, and they actually gave some lore explanation background for this rework and changed to his scope. And here's what it said. Selected to represent his country, Operator Timur Glazkov faced elite corps from over 19 countries at the Worldwide Army Games. He lost the first spot at the sniper competition to former Team Rainbow operator Kure Galanos, who represented Greece. Galanos is highly regarded in the field, having been decorated for a series of operations, codename Raven Shield, led in Rio de Janeiro. And you'll be able to see this when I do my playthrough of Raven Shield, so make sure you're subbed for that. After the sniping event, Glaz discussed with her some ways to modernize one of her prized attachments for sniper rifles. Glaz then met her in Cyprus to run a few test sessions, before returning on the field with an upgraded scope. Now equipped with sophisticated image sensors, Glaz's flip sight can outline long-range marks even through a smokescreen. So yes, it was Kure Galanos in the lore who assisted Glaz in upgrading his sniper scope to the version we know today. Now of course, like I said, we learned this piece of lore all the way back in 2017, and this little fact has never been brought up again. However, that is until this season, Operation New Blood. In the Battle Pass, our operators are talking about the recruit training, their mentorship, training they had prior to Rainbow. And Glaz says that the best mentoring he ever had was during a sharpshooting competition, directly referencing his time with Kure Galanos. Now, normally I think this would just be a fun little hint to a piece of lore we already knew, and when they're talking about the recruit training and their own mentorship, it makes sense that Glaz would bring this up. But it's just the fact that this has been brought up a season prior to a Greek operator joining the game. Now, I also want to read out this little bio which has been written by the people who contribute to the R6 wiki, a great platform in which you should go support. And it reads, born in Nicosia, Cyprus, Galanos was thrust into the ethnic tensions on Cyprus from an early age when her family lost their homes during widespread clashes between Turkish and Greek rioters. The Galanos family, while never physically harmed by the tensions, continued to suffer difficult times for many years due to the unrest. Eventually, they fled the city, and Galanos' father, an ex-ELDYK sniper, taught her his trade and extended hunting trips throughout the center of the island. Galanos attempted to join the Greek MYK forces, but was denied due to her gender. Instead, she joined the civilian police force and quickly rose to prominence as a sniper with a reputation for precise shooting in less than optimal conditions. Galanos is, at times, a sheer force of nature. What she cannot achieve by skill alone, she often completes complete by force of will. Teammates often claim her piercing gaze does more damage than her bullets. She displays no antipathy towards Turks or indeed any other nationality or criminal. She treats assignments as problems to be solved and solves them with a single clean trigger pull. Now let's look at some facts as well with the Year 9 roadmap. Ubisoft have always liked to diversify their operators. Back when we would get 2 ops per season, we'd typically usually get 1 male and 1 female. And with the Year 9 roadmap, Deimos is a male. We also have the recruits, who the ones we are specifically looking at is 1 male and 1 female, although they can be anything since they come from all different walks of life. And Season 4 is bringing us a rework of a mystery American operator who we all know is Blackbeard, another male. So considering Ubisoft always like to keep a balance here, it is most likely that the Season 3 Greek operative is going to be a female, which does tick the box for Kure. And in all fairness, however, there's also something if we look at the roadmap which works against Kure being this operator. Rather, it would probably play into more what her gadget would be, which a lot of us would assume would be a sniper, making her an attacker. But again, looking at the roadmap, Deimos is an attacker, one of the 2 recruits are an attacker, Blackbeard is an attacker, so it would make sense for the Greek operative to be a defender. But that could also mean a few things as well. This operative still could be Kure, but she'd be a defender. I don't know how they'd work a sniper into that kit. They may just not go down the sniper route at all. With other legacy characters such as Sam Fisher and Gerald Morris, who is Deimos, it is kind of shown that their backstories don't really have an effect on their gadget. Yes, it does play into it, but as much as I love Zero, his gadget isn't really Sam Fisher. Any other operator could have that gadget. So they could do the same thing with Kure and have a gadget which isn't necessarily completely linked to her backstory, because I'd expect her to have a sniper. Or who knows, they could put a sniper on defense, which is highly unlikely, but also not out of question. Or they could also go down the route of the thermal scope itself and develop that into his own gadget. Maybe a little device which can be placed down and will highlight enemies on the other side of the wall with their thermal scope, which could be a really cool gadget, and it relays information to the whole team if they're looking through it. And when it comes to the lore side of it, it definitely could be Kure, but is she going to be good or is she going to be bad? We already have an ex-Rainbow operative who went down a darker path and became a villain. That's Deimos, that's Gerald Morris. It could be quite cool to bring Kure onto the team as a good ex-Rainbow operative, and you have those different sides playing an effect in the lore. You have someone who liked Rainbow as it was and someone who disliked Rainbow as it was. You're getting to see 2 sides of the picture, but also she could also be a bad guy. We know that Deimos isn't at the top of his chain. Who's to say that Kure didn't share his feelings with Rainbow and went down the same path? Who's to say that she isn't the one who extracted him from that mission where Daniel Bogart was killed? Who's to say that she isn't the leader of the Keres Legion? I mean, that could also help explain as to why there's so many Greek mythology names in that group, the Keres Legion being one. She names Deimos as well. That isn't far-fetched. However, I should say, Deimos goes down his dark path in 2012, and Glaz gets his scope upgraded by Kure in 2017. Either Kure attended these army games and assisted a Rainbow operative like Glaz to upgrade his equipment while still creating this evil faction in the background, or the most likely outcome is that Kure is good. She'll be a good operative, she'll work with our operators to take down the Keres Legion and whoever else is above them, which I believe is world leaders and politicians, and a lot of hidden figures who have infiltrated every walks of the military and the intelligence throughout multiple nations. I mean, just taking a look at some of the items in this battle pass as well. We have chess pieces, we have pawns, we have Trojan horses. Who could the Trojan be in reference to? Is it to some recruits who are inside Rainbow who are secretly bad? Is it the fact that Deimos is in Rainbow's custody and that's what he wanted all along, to get into the inside? These could have no meaning at all, or they could mean 1,000 different things. But I felt I should make this video because I made a video years and years ago when I was a tiny YouTuber. Probably no one even saw the video, but I successfully predicted Sam Fisher would be the operative joining Rainbow when there was a hidden operator on the year map, and I'm like, I think that's going to be Sam Fisher. I was right. I was wrong about Deimos' identity, so I guess I am 1 for 2 right now. I have predicted at some point that Nomad from Ghost Recon will join the game, but you know, that theory is still relevant since it could still happen. Next year in year 10, I think he's going to join. So here's my theory that the year 9 season 3 operator is going to be ex-Greek Rainbow Operative Kure Galanos. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about this? Do you think it's going to be Kure? Do you think it's going to be just another operator, a Greek we've never seen before? Drop that comment. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I shall catch you all later. I love you all. Peace.